Okay, are we recording? Yes, we are. Oh, that's the eraser. Good. All right. So they're doing finding the area of a rectangle. What we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to find the area of rectangles, right triangles, special quadrilaterals, and polygons, and comparing into rectangles, decomposing into triangles and other shapes. Apply these techniques to context in real life, real world mathematical problems. Yeah. What you just wrote. All right. What you just wrote. So first off, let's talk about some vocabulary. All right. Make this a little bit thicker. Today's date is the 15th of March, 2000. It's the 12th of March. Sorry, I just time traveled again. I apologize. So the area is finding how many squares. Finding how many squares it takes to get the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop. No. Just keeping you involved. How many squares it takes to cover the surface of a figure. Salud. Salud otra vez. Finding how many squares it takes to cover the surface of a figure. And it's labeled in units squared. Labeled as units squared. And how would I write units squared? Like, what's another way of doing it? Let's check some vocab here. Exponential form with an exponent. Weber? X to third, not third. That's cubed. Yep, that's cubed. We're going to get to that, though. Yes, sir? To the second power. That's right. So we're just going to do U2, like the band. U2. But not like the band, because they don't have an exponent. Labeled as unit squared. That's what that bad handwriting says. Unit squared. Did your brother tell me that you're going to be missing a couple of days?
I'm just going to be leaving early, but I won't leave early.
Okay, cool. Your brother's looking out for you. Okay. Now, how many squares does it take to cover a rectangle with side lengths of 10 by 5 units? Okay, hold on. Let's just look at this a little bit. Now, I would imagine that in 6th grade, if you guys are solving for variables in single-step equations using inverse operations, this is all the stuff that you guys have been doing. I would imagine that this seems super simple for you, possibly. So here's what it looks like. So we're finding out how many units, how many squares is in that rectangle. So we have 10 by 5. Now when you see the words 10 by 5, 10 by 5, what kind of mathematical expression? I think that Skylar might have this one. What do you think?
Multiplication.
Multiplication.
I remember when we were in like 4th grade.
Uh-huh.
And we used to do that. We used to find the area by counting the squares up. And
Yep.
counting the squares.
Yep. Good. So this is 4th grade stuff here. So hopefully it gets a little more challenging. Yeah.
My sister is learning it right now.
How old is she? 2nd grade. Huh. Wow. See what I mean? This stuff was easy. Nikki?
The way how I like to remember is like the instructions. How it's like this is 4 by 4.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, 4 by 4. Exactly. Yeah, like if you on the side of trucks, and often, well, they don't really do it on SUVs anymore because there really aren't many SUVs anymore. Yeah. A what? Yep. Yep. Exactly. I'm not going to elaborate too much on that, but yes. So what is the area? So it's 10 by 5, and we're going to go count Dracula. No, we're going to count. It's going to be here's 1, 2, I'm going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's our 10, and I'm doing it inside the square so you can actually see what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when we said that, we do it multiplication. So we're going to do 10 by 5. And here's the same situation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it just goes down 10 that way. Okay? So it's going to be 50. It's going to be 50. See, is that going to pop up there? No. It's going to be 50. I'm going to close this. If it'll work. Yes, it did. And show. Let's go back to our notes. So it's going to be 50. So it's going to be 10 times 5 equals 50 cent. 50 cents. No, 50, darn it. 50 units squared. 50 units squared. That's what it is. That's what it is. Because there's 50 squares in there. If we were to count them each one by one, the way that you probably did when you were in second grade, that's what we would do. I want to put a line through that so you guys know that it's a 0. How many squares would it cover a rectangle? That is 6 by 2. What is the area? DJ, what are we going to do with this one? We're going to multiply 6 by 2. And that's going to be 12 units squared. I'm just going to do u squared. Okay, I'm just going to do u squared. Because they don't give us units. They don't say inches. They don't say hair length. They don't say feet. Did you? My hair is the awkward length between having it short and being able to style it. You do. If I had straight hair, I would be able to do that too, but I don't. So good for you. Good job. Good job, Nick's parents. All right. How many squares will it take to cover the rectangle with side lengths 1 by 10 units? 1 by 10. Well, what's the problem? What's the equation going to? Yeah. What does the expression look like?
1 times 10.
Now, in order to carry on the rest of the day, I would like everyone, I think everyone's got enough fingers, I would like everyone to have this huge exam hold up what the answer to this one is. Okay? Okay, you can continue through the day. You're good? You're good? Oh, gosh, okay, you're good? No. Okay, so Weber, okay. What is it? We're relying, what is it? What could it be? Ooh, okay, so Nick and Weber are stuck in here. Let's see, is there a cabinet we can shove you in? Nope. Okay, you lucked out this time. So it's 10. Yeah, but they're not that flexible. So it's 10 units squared. All right, how many squares does it take to cover a rectangle with side lengths? What is the area? It's going to take 10. It's going to take 10 squares, and it's 10 units squared. This one is... There are 12 squares, and it's 12 units squared is the area. Okay, so 12 squares. Then it says, continuing down on our notes, find the area and explain how you got your solution. Find the area, find out how you got the solution. Everybody has that page, right? Okay, so go ahead and do that one, please. Okay. Satrowski, how do you want to describe her? What can you tell me here?
I got 25 because there's 5 going down and then 5 squares going across.
Okay. So a 5 by 5 rectangle. So just to say what you just said, so I can repeat it for the video. You said there's 25 squares, and you knew that because it's a 5 wide by 5 long, right? And so there's not going with the formula, is it? There we go. Okay. So we got it. There's 25. There's 25 by 5. Yeah, 5 by 5 rectangle. And 5 times 5 is 25. So that's how many squares it takes up. But what's the actual area, Sean? It takes up 25 squares. That's how much it takes up. So something very similar to that. Yep, 25 units squared. 25 units squared. Good. Good. Yes, ma'am?
I have a question on the side, like the very right side. That's, like, that is technically not a full square. Like, do you agree with that?
Think of it as like volleyball lines. This is taking up, because the square actually goes to here. Oop. The square actually goes to here. Yeah, that's just a really thick, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good. Next one. Find the area and explain how you got your solution. Okay, go ahead and do that same way that we just did. And the way that I answered that last one, that's how I want you to answer yours. Oh, you don't worry about it. I got you. Thank you, though. Okay. Audrey, can you explain me how you got that? Good. 16 squares because there are 8 squares across, and 2 down. Good. And I just labeled high. And I just labeled those. Here, take this. Rebecca. Yep. 2 across and 2, or 8 across and 2 down. Okay, now the formula for area is this. It is area equals length times width. Area equals length times width. And I'm going to write that in 2 ways. I want you to write it like that first, though. Then we can graduate to this. L times W. Can we not do that? What are you talking about? Can you not? Oh, working with 12-year-olds. Right. All right. What is the area of this figure? What is the area? I've said, Miss Paul. 91. Okay, let's see here. We got 13. What we got to do? Area equals length times width. We have area equals the length, or we'll do 7 because that looks like length times 13. Which, wow, this is not working very well. That's okay. That's the last time I used this pen. And I'm going to use the distributive property to do this because I know that seven times 10 is 70, plus 21 is 91. Oops, it's feet. Feet squared. The distributive property is a way to make it work. But then we have a square here. And it only has one side shown. What am I going to do? Emily, what am I going to do? There we go. Yes, because we're still doing side times side, and that's going to be 64 units squared. Because it's a square. So it's not oh no's. Oh no's. Are there any questions about what we did from second grade math? No? All right. Second grade math review over.